Hi there and welcome to my channel KJ Outdoors. Today's episode is all about which tools is best for bushcraft out in the forest. And I have three tools with me. I have the saw, I have an axe or hatchet, and I have a knife. So we will go through where are these three tools best fitted for when you're doing bushcraft out in the forest. And we will focus primarily on making a fire, which is a very important thing to handle when you're out in bushcrafting. But all these tips can also be applied to building a shelter, for example. So please watch until the end of the video, because then I will bring into a fourth tool that can be a good substitute for the axe. So stay tuned. The first tool that we will look into is the saw. This is a folding saw from Silky. It's very sharp and very convenient in terms of sawing down some quite big logs that you can use in your fire or on when you're building your shelter. Let's have a demonstration. Here we have a freestanding dead birch tree. It's not very big or thick. It's around let's say 10-15 centimeters in diameter. But this is a perfect example for where this saw is very effective and convenient. So I will cut this down now and also cut it into appropriate sizes for a campfire. As you could see, I have now cut down and cut it into pieces, this birch log, and it only took me a couple of minutes to do it. So the saw of this size is very effective when you need to cut this kind of trees into pieces. Of course, you could say that an axe could do the same job, and that's true. But for my case, with my axe, which is a very small one, this would take a very much longer time to do, and much more energy from myself. One other thing that this piece of tool is very nice is that you get a clean cut, and that is nice if a clean cut is important for you. For example, if you are building a shelter with bigger logs and you need to make sure that all the logs and all the parts have the same size and have a clear cut. So highly recommend this for these kind of jobs. Well, I have found an old fire pit here, so I will use that to prepare this fire. The next tool that we will look into is the axe, or a small hatchet that one is. As you can see, it's really small, and this is an axe that is build for bringing when you are on hiking trips. It's lightweight, but of course then also with some limitations in terms of the effectiveness of this tool here. You can of course get bigger axes that are more effective to use, and please take that into consideration when you are choosing your tool for bushcrafting. Let's look into the axe. Now, as we have the basement of the campfire, I have some dry birch pieces here that I want to split in order to make them catch the fire easily. And for that purpose, the axe is a brilliant tool to make sure that these are efficiently splitted into appropriate pieces. So let's go into it. One other piece of work that this axe is good for is to take down dry branches from spruce tree. These ones are, you can always break them like this, but it's better to use an axe and just cut them down. Then we have the next segment of our fire with some splitted dry birch. One more thing the axe is good for if you want to have sticks like this with a sharp edge that you want to dig into the ground. Let's see how to do that. The third thing the axe is brilliant for is when you have these kind of sticks and you want to get them into the ground, this can also work as a hammer. So on our third step on our journey with the bushcrafting tools are the knife. Where is this best suited for when we are going to make a campfire? Let's look into it. The knife is a brilliant tool when it comes to bushcrafting, and it can be used for so many things. But obviously when you compare it with the axe and the saw, this is made for more finer wood crafting. The axe and the saw are for heavier work. This one is when you need to do the fine-making. Like for instance, if you want to do a fire stick to lit your fire. So this is a brilliant tool in that case. Let's make a fire stick. What's important is to get these very thin curls from the wood here, and it may take a while before you get into it. And you see they are loosened as well, and some of these curls we can collect them and use them in the when lidding the fire as well. The knife is also brilliant to scratch up this birch bark in order to make it easy to light the fire. I have now put all the curls here on the top of the fire. I will light it with a fire stick. Now that the fire is running, it's time to show you the fourth tool that I'm often using when doing bushcrafts out in the forest. And that tool can in many instances be a substitution for the axe. And that is this bad boy. This is a big Sami knife. It's 9 inches and it can be used both as an axe and a knife. If you have a bigger axe, that is more suitable for splitting logs, etc. But this can also be used for splitting small logs and also be used to cut down some small trees. And of course it's a knife as well, so it can also be a substitution for the smaller knife that you have. So it's actually a two-in-one tool that can bring you a lot of joy when doing bushcraft out in the forest. Let's see what this one can do. Here we have a piece of birch wood. It's not the best one, we have this branch here which is really hard, so let's see how if it's possible to split it. Easy peasy. This knife is also brilliant to cut off these small branches. So let's do a sum up of the 4 tools that I have utilized during this video. The saw for taking down trees and cut them into pieces for the fire. Very effective for that. The axe for splitting the woods, taking down branches of trees that you want to use to lit up your fire, and it can also be used as a hammer if you need to put things down in the ground, and also make sharp edges on the sticks that you want to put in the ground. Very nice for that one. Then we have the knife. Nice for fine woodcraft. It's nice to make fire sticks. The knife is a very functional tool in all aspects of bushcraft. And the last one is the bigger knife, in Norwegian called samekniv or sami knife. It's a bigger one, and it can in many cases substitute the axe and also the knife. So this one is a 2-in-1 tool, more or less. If you have other tips and tricks for these 4 tools that I've showed, please comment down below. And now I will just enjoy the fire and warm up my cinnamon bun and relax here in the forest in front of the fire. See you in the next adventure.